In this amazing episode 634, going to talk about arbitrary weight loss numbers, just literally throwing shit to a wall and seeing if that bullshit, stinky, poopy goal sticks and doesn't slide down like yesterday's mayonnaise. Doesn't make any sense, but that's literally how some of you set your freaking goals. Let's do it.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testicles. Welcome, everyone, to episode 634 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular Swolecast, Beardcast, Broadcast, Gaincast, Mancast, Nipplecast, Jackedcast, Pumpedcast, and Beardcast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. Welcome to the pain train. Welcome to Jacktown, Jacksonville, Swole Lake City, Gluta. Papa Swolio is large and in charge, and we are ready for the episode. So welcome. Say hi. Say hello to everybody. Y'all, how you doing? We're going to get pumped today. Y'all. Arnold is ready. I am ready. And we are going to dive into some weight loss goals, and we're going to talk about weight loss today. Talked about fat yesterday. I hope you enjoyed yesterday's episode. So make sure you say hello when you come on in. A couple big announcements tonight in Swolenormous X, brand new virtual trainer. So those of you that have been itching to train with Papa Swolio, new workouts every single week in Swolenormous X, as well as a brand new workshop that's coming this week as well. So huge things going down in the X family. So that link is in my Instagram profile, swolenormousx.com, as well as the post description here on Facebook. And that comes to my next point. We are live on Facebook and on Instagram. And of course, you can catch all these episodes on YouTube as well. Papa Swolio also does the Snapchat. But where do you think the best place to catch a Daily Swole is? Where do you think the best place is to catch up on 634 episodes? I would say the podcast. I would say SoundCloud and iTunes. So make sure you go and check out all of that, because Papa Swolio is all up in your ear holes. I'll jam on your ear holes all day long. And there's some big announcements there as well, because I have the Daily Swole podcast. There's also Swolenormous audio on Apple Podcasts, which is going to be extremely diverse coming up ASAP. So just dropped another podcast on that channel last night. And that's going to be a lot of day-to-day small knowledge nukes, motivation, inspiration, and amazing content over there on Swolenormous audio as well. So if you're an Apple Podcast person, you can check out both of those playlists, both of those podcasts, and subscribe ASAP. And it's just great. It's just great. If you're on the mailing list, if you follow me on Instagram stories, you're going to get all the latest. So make sure you plug in to my social media channels on Instagram and also on Facebook. That way you get the latest updates. When I post a new podcast, you'll get it. You'll be notified right away when all that shit goes down. So what's going on, Bombay, SoundCloud? Where do you mostly, I know those of you that are watching right now are on Facebook and Instagram, but where do you normally like to consume the Daily Swole? I think that's kind of a biased question, because if you're watching, you are live. So you're one of those live birds. But do any of you check out the podcast? Are any of you podcast hounds as well? Do you watch, because I get it. You'll come across my material and you'll watch live. You'll catch up, and you can't go back and watch live in the past unless you're a fucking time traveler. And that's pretty sweet. If you're a time traveler, DM me, because I want in on your traveling ways. So you might catch up on some old episodes of the podcast, but then just start watching live daily now. So I get that too. So Erin Bertani, me too. I play it while I do housework and commuting. I think that's the best way to do it. I think the podcast is the best way to do it, because it's crisp. It's up in your ears. It's the same. Just put your headphones in or put it on the speaker while you're doing, while you're walking the dog, while you're doing cardio, when you're doing just random stuff, because then you're listening and you're catching up and you're learning stuff while you're getting stuff done. It's just Multitasking. Tyler Russell, I like to watch before I work out or right after class, better than watching TV or listening to music. I like that. Well, music's good. Music's good shit. Music can't knock the music. But yeah, it's definitely better than watching TV. You may as well learn stuff. Why not learn shit? The Daily Swole always on Facebook for me. Kenton, I set the uploads on Facebook to play on my headphones while I'm work. Well, that's cool. That's cool. I mean, if you're gonna play them if you're gonna watch it, that makes sense. You could also just listen to the podcast. So cool. I listen while I'm at the gym. Awesome. Well, fam, I got my coffee. I got my glasses and mustachio cup. So represent. And I hope you enjoyed yesterday's episode. So drop a couple comments below what you thought about the brief history of fat in the United States. We'll talk more about different types of fat. Let's talk about fat loss right now. Let's talk about weight loss. And as you can imagine, I get tons and tons of and tons. I get so many messages. I don't even say tons. I say a ton of messages, and pretty much every single one says weight loss. Pretty much every single one is wanting to lose weight, but also is associated. And right behind that, I want to lose weight, comes a random fucking number. A random number pulled out of a hat. It's 20 pounds. It's 50 pounds. It's 100 pounds. It's always a round number. It's always a massive number. It's always putting the cart before the horse type number. It's always a huge fucking number. A huge number. And this number is representative for something in this person's life, whoever it is. And you might be the same way. So this number will be representative of the difference between their current body weight and what they weighed in high school. It could be how much weight they put on since before they got pregnant, if you're a female. It could be, since a traumatic event or a specific event, they used to weigh X amount before, and now they weigh X amount after. And that number, that plus or minus, that addition and subtraction just glues in, right? It just sticks in there, and that becomes the number that they have to lose. That becomes the 30 pounds or the 50 pounds or the 100 pounds, or if they have to lose 45, they just say 50. And it's always that word, I have to lose 50 pounds. I have to lose 100 pounds by May. I have to lose 50 pounds by summer. There's always this fucking arbitrary deadline. You have to set better goals based on your vision than that. You have to set better structures and better layouts for your journey than that. And those short-term goals, unless you're stepping on the stage for a bodybuilding competition, there's no need for you to need to lose 50 pounds by June or 100 pounds by the end of the summer. Like, those are just general numbers, and those are general goals. Like, because you need, quote unquote, means you don't need shit. That means you want. And want, you can get on the fucking want train all you want. The want yacht. And go sailing around the world, because no one fucking cares what you want. Your body doesn't even care what you want. And that's what's pretty funny, is that your body doesn't give two shits what you want. You think your body wants to lose weight. That's the illusion. We all say, oh, and our ideal weight, your body will gladly go back to the way it should be. Bullshit. Your body doesn't want to do a damn thing. Your body is happy where it is. Your body loves being fat and overweight, because your body is currently fat and overweight. Your body doesn't want to change. That's what you need to get into your head. And this is for anyone that wants to build muscle. This is for anyone that wants to lose weight. Your body doesn't want to change. You think there's this ideal that your body wants to obtain. You want to obtain it. Your body wants it as well. Your body doesn't want to change. That might be the quote unquote, the greatest trick the devil ever pulled. That's the little sneaky, is that your body doesn't want to do shit. Body don't want to do shit. Your body doesn't want to change for shit. It's work, fam. It's work. There's a reason why it's hard to build muscle. Your body does not want to. There's a reason why it's hard to lose body fat. Your body does not want to. When you realize that all the chips are stacked against you all the time. And it's supposed to be that way. It's supposed to be difficult or not possible, borderline there. It's supposed to be extremely challenging. Your body does not want to change. It does not want to change. It does not want to change. It will do everything it can to resist change, to not change. That being said, it's not impossible to change, but that's why those wheels spin so often. That's why those wheels spin, spin, spin before the wheels catch on the train, because you have to force your body. It's forcing your body to lose weight. It's forcing your body to build muscle. And it takes weeks and months for your body to really be forced into that corner. And sometimes it takes longer than other times because you have to figure out what's best for your body. You have to figure out how your body adapts or how your body will respond best. And that's a work in progress. That takes time, that takes practice. You don't figure that out just because you want to. Just because you want to lose weight does not mean you're going to lose weight. Just because you want to lose weight does not mean there is a method that you're aware of or that anyone is aware of that will help you lose weight better. And that's really it. That's really it. So you have to put in the work to figure out what's best for you. And if you are drinking on the weekends, if you are not currently exercising, if you don't have the faintest idea, you need help. Like, you need help. You need direction. And it's funny sometimes how many people say they need help, say they'll do anything. Oh, I just want to lose this. And they're just lying through their face because I'm telling them how to do it. And I'm offering them help and I'm letting them know what they need to do, and they don't do a fucking thing. So I don't know sometimes really what any of you think is going to happen when you message me. I don't know what you think is going to happen because you want to lose weight. Great. I want to lose 30 pounds. I want to lose 50 pounds. Okay, so you want to absolutely dramatically overhaul and completely change your body physique. Do you understand how dramatic that is for your body to lose 30 pounds, 50 pounds, 100 pounds? I don't care if you're 100 pounds overweight. You're going to lose all that. Your body is very, very comfortable keeping that weight on. Your body is, you're not consuming the foods, you're fucking up your hormones because you're eating the wrong shit. And you have trained your body to resist getting rid of fat. You've trained your body to keep the storage really locked away because you're eating too many fucking carbohydrates, because you're drinking alcohol, because you're lazy and you're not exercising. Because of all these reasons, your fat is locked away like it's in Fort Knox. Like, it is stuffed away. It is protected. It is under guard in vaults with 6-inch concrete. Like, your fat is blocked off. So it takes a lot of time for your body to be retaught how to access that and for you to make those adjustments in your life. So don't underestimate how out of shape you are. Don't underestimate the challenge that you're facing when you try to overhaul your body physique. And don't throw out random numbers. Michael Bastian, I wanted to lose 130 pounds, so I left my ex. I like that. Yeah. Was she 130 pounds of fun? Don't throw out random numbers. Don't throw out random numbers. There's nothing good that will come from just a random round number. It's always the same. It's always 30 or 20 or 50 or 100. But there's always, if it's an odd number, or if it's like a 65 or a 35, it has some numerical significance based on, what the person weighed at, like in high school or at their wedding or before they had their child, the last time they weighed themselves. Like, there's a number, there's a specific significance. But you have to remember, those of you that want to get back to your high school body weight, or, oh, what I weighed before, I got pregnant. You're not that person anymore. You're not that person anymore. You want to weigh what you weighed in high school? Okay, you do realize you're not in high school anymore, right? You're aware of that. You're aware you had 2 kids and you're 38 years old. You realize that high school was like 16 years ago, right? 18 years ago, 24 years ago, whatever the math is. You realize that you're not in high school. Your hormones are different. You've popped out a couple kids. Like, shit is different. Shit will never be the same. Understanding that you'll never be the same. You can't go back in time. You're never going to look the way you did then. Can you look amazing? Sure, but that's up here. That's in your head. That's in your head. That's you playing that am I good enough or self-esteem game or self-worth and what is you know what makes you what gives you value? What gives you self-value, self-esteem, self-worth? And that's the mental game. Now, it doesn't mean you can never weigh the same again, but you know of what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about that you can't weigh a physical weight again. You could lose weight and be that weight again. That's not impossible. It depends on what it is. I'm not saying that. You all know what I'm saying. You all know what I'm saying. I'm saying the whole mentality, because when you say I want to weigh, how much I weighed before I had my first daughter, or how much I weighed in high school, you're thinking about everything else associated with that. You are saying I want to weigh what I weighed in high school or college, but your association is how you felt, your freedom in your life. It's everything associated with that time period, but you're attaching it to a number. And that is another reason it's like a smell. It's like a smell. You all know how amazing the body associates memories with smell. Float some hearts and drop a couple comments if there's like a certain smell that triggers all these memories, right? Like a smell of like a field if you used to play sports, like a football field or a baseball field, or the dirt, or the smell of the beach, or like that smell when like the breeze comes off the lake and you remember, oh, when I was little, we used to go here, or the forest, or pine trees and Christmas, right? You smell pine. Just times of year, different scents, memories of your parents, or you'll remember things. And it's kind of like that with weight loss. You think you're going to lose weight and go back to a time when all these other things were different or better or happier, or you were less stressed out, or it was before some bad decisions that you made and you blocked out those memories, but you're associating that time with good and that time period with all these other things. And I'm not saying you're doing it consciously, but you have to imagine that if you're associating, okay, I want to weigh what I did in high school, it's because you remember high school as a good time. You remember with your friends. You remember you had your whole life ahead of you. You had all these options. You weighed less. You were tighter. Everything was different. It's just a positive time. Nothing bad happened yet. You're younger. You had less life happen to you. And we're all in the same boat. We're all in the same boat. I do not have kids. But yeah, my body is more banged up than it was then. I've just lifted more. I've been alive more. Your body has more compounded injuries. You have more of a history. You have more of a past. You have more things, more time that you either done things or failed. Or, it's all how you add this stuff up. Either it's life experiences and it's positivity, or it's negative and it's failures. It all comes down to the person. But I think a lot of times with weight loss or with goals where you're trying to go back to something that you had, you associate it with all the other things too. And that's why I posted the video yesterday here on Instagram and also on Facebook about losing 10 pounds. Did you guys see that one? If you didn't see it, go check it out, like it, share it, pass it around, tag someone in it. It's about losing 10 pounds and being happy. Will you be happy losing 10 pounds? Is 10 pounds something that is the answer for you? Why 10 pounds? Why do you want to lose 10 pounds? Why? What's going to happen after you lose 10 pounds in a month, 2 months, 3 months, whatever it is? What happens after you lose the 10 pounds? Are you at your goal? Did you win? Are you done? Are you losing 10 pounds in 2 months? Are you going to die in 2 months? Is that the end of your life? Is that the end of the road? Is that where we're stopping? So what's the purpose of just setting a goal for 10 pounds? Why is that number so important? Why are we still basing everything off the scale? If you're still a scale whore, and I'm talking about being a scale whore, male or female. You could be a male whore as well. You could be a male scale slut. Don't be a scale slut. Why are we still on the scale? You haven't seen my episodes about the scale? Watch my episodes on the scale. I think it was like 620 or something. Go back and watch some of that content. Scales are a tool, but it's just one-dimensional. It's not something you should be resting your hat on. Your weight that you're losing is probably the least important thing that you have to worry about, your body weight. It's your extra fat weight. I'm obese according to a scale. I'm obese according to BMI. That stuff's bullshit. If you never exercise, then give you an idea, but don't be judging your health off your body fat percentage, your weight, or your BMI. That's not how it's done. That's not how it's done. We're just used to this. Isn't fucking Sesame Street. I have that on the board behind me. This isn't Sesame Street. We're not counting. We're not, follow the bouncing ball. This isn't do this, get that. No, there's a lot of different shades. There's a lot of different aspects, a lot of different angles, and a lot of different subtleties when it comes to health, when it comes to how you look. And tagging your results and basing your progress and whether or not you're getting success on a number is a problem. It is a problem. We're used to a lesser number being better for weight. For strength, a higher number is better. For money, it's better to have a higher number for money. For debt, it's better to have a lower number. You always want either a higher number or a lower number. And we associate everything with this addition, subtraction, this arithmetic, we'll use that word, this method of just classifying our successes and failures based on numbers, more being better or less being better, and vice versa. So because we're associating everything with a number, it's just translating into body weight. And stepping on a scale like every day or every couple of days is just fucking shit, man. It's crap. So drop some comments. Let's do some comments now. That's what I wanted to get across, that, ladies and gentlemen, you have to be careful when you're counting weight. You have to be careful when you start talking about weight loss or weight gain and setting your goals and your standards based on a number. So I do want you to share this broadcast. Make sure you tag someone, especially when we go offline. Send someone the link to the podcast, share the content, because these episodes, they do help. We're psychopathic. We talk a lot of shit. We flex, we grunt, we swear, fuckity fuck. We do a lot of stuff on this podcast, but it's all legit information. These are just facts. These are things that I have accumulated over a vast career of almost 2 decades, thousands of clients, thousands of people, personal training at the highest level of professionalism for the fitness industry, to the trenches. I've done it all. Okay, I've seen it all, and I've seen way too much in so many cases. I've seen way too much. And there's so many things I'm just like, fuck this bullshit. I never want to do this again or see this again or hear about it again. So now we're here. Papa Swolio's got his podcast. Papa Swolio is dropping some knowledge nukes, and I am just vomiting all these things in episodes, and I'm passing off this information for free. All my experiences, my strategies. This is 634. All here. So share it, spread the wealth, spread the knowledge, expose people to some of these truths that really get swept under the rug for people trying to sell you supplements, to sell you short-term goals and these fucking pipe dreams that just don't exist. They just don't exist. They're not realistic. So drop some comments. Let's talk about diet, weight loss, talk about anything. Ask some questions. Instagram, Facebook Live. Drop them below. Drifter 240. I would always get depressed and give up when I didn't see the scale drop. Thanks for the info, man. It can be bad. How many of you have ever gotten depressed or like low mood or really fucking bummed out because you didn't see the scale move? What if the scale didn't move for a month? What if you put on 2 pounds of muscle and you lost 2 pounds of fat? The scale would say the same. And that would be a huge bummer, and you might quit when you're seeing tons of fucking progress. So your body fat percentage might be going down. Your clothes might fit better, but the scale says the same weight. Oh man, it says the same weight. Those of you that are weighing, I hope none of you watching weigh every day. Your body will fluctuate several pounds every single day. You'll weigh yourself in the morning. You'll weigh 5 pounds more in the evening. Like your body fluctuates that much with water. So weighing yourself any time of day, aside from first thing in the morning after you go to the bathroom. You go to the bathroom, do number 1, number 2, whatever you got to do, and you weigh yourself immediately after. That's the only valid time to weigh yourself. Anytime later on the day is, if you go to the doctor, you have a doctor's appointment at 4 o'clock and they weigh you, that's not how much you fucking weigh. That's bullshit. You can't weigh someone. They just have to weigh you then because that's when your appointment is. They get a ballpark. You might be 5 pounds less. Literally. you're going to fluctuate day to day. So if you're going to weigh yourself, it's once every 2 weeks, maybe. No more than once a week. And that's even pushing it. Like, you just got to get your mentality off that being the target. Because if you focus on the right things, you'll lose weight. You focus on the right things, it'll come off. Coffee time. Ask some questions. Let's see. I work out every day, but still can't get rid of belly and thigh fat. Well, Brittany, that's a general comment. I don't know what you do every day. If you can't get rid of belly and thigh fat, it's going to come down to a lot of your nutrition. Could be also what you're doing in the gym. So if your hormones are jacked up and you're eating a lot of carbs, that's going to affect how well you can tap into that body fat. So you could message me, Brittany, and give me a little bit more detail. You can message me right here on Facebook. That's fine if you wish to do that. Jake Fuller, your weight is just a number. Your goal should be to become healthier. That's a good goal. That's also very general too. General goals are just as bad as number goals, because just to be healthier, that's like just shooting in the dark, right? So if you really want to set, I mean, that's a good look. That's not a bad direction. You want to be healthier. That's fine. But in terms of a goal, there are certain ways to set goals, and you want them to be specific. So you might have heard the term, we've talked about these before. It's in personal training books, SMART goals, right? You want specific goals. You want them to be measurable, attainable, realistic, and time sensitive. So certain ways you want to set up a goal that will make it more likely that you'll be successful. So you want to be specific. If you say, hey, I want to be happier, for example, I want to lose weight. That's very general, right? You need to get more tactical. It's helpful to have a goal. I want to lose 10 pounds. It's helpful. So that kind of goes against what I just said. You don't want to pick a number. But if your goal is realistic, attainable, it's, regimented, you can measure it, you can quantify it. 10 pounds is part of your bigger vision, your bigger drive, the bigger picture, and other elements of the process, then that 10 pounds has some context. But if it's 10 pounds, you want to lose, like, let's say 2 inches, you're looking to decrease your body fat, blah, blah, by accurate measurements, and you are going to go through this process, you're giving yourself enough time to do that. 10 pounds could be part of that picture. Like, if you're going to get in shape and lose body fat, you're going to lose weight. I'm not saying you can't measure your weight loss. I'm not saying weighing or measuring body fat is stupid. I'm just saying getting in shape and saying, I want to lose 50 pounds. Like, that is the mentality that won't get you results. It needs to be part of the bigger picture. It needs to be specific. So just wanting to lose weight or just wanting to be healthier, that's not tangible. That's subjective. It's like, I want to be happy. Being happy might mean a Ferrari to someone. Being happy might have your family close by, might be having your health. Being happy might be doing a podcast with a cup of Joe on a Tuesday, hanging out with you fine people. That's my happiness. Like, what's your happiness? So that's relative and that's subjective. So you have to be careful how you use those words for goals, because happiness isn't required. You can be happy right now if you want to. I don't care who you are and where you are and what your situation is financially, physically. You could be happy now if you choose to. That's a mind game. That blows people's fucking minds, but you have a choice every moment to change your mood on the spot. Like, you're in control of that 100%. That's one of the few things that you're in control of, is how you feel and your emotion. Jay Robinson, I'm healthier now at almost 42 than when I was 22. Healthier inside and out. Changed my food and physical exercise. Seemingly reversed my body. Nothing wrong with that. It certainly can. It certainly can. Like, a lot of what you eat, the fuel you give, and how you live your life can be absolutely stunningly game-changing. Those who listen to the podcast just got my coffee. I was slurping my coffee around in my mouth, so you just got an earful of some delicious buttery coffee going down my throat. Have a great day. Keep these videos coming. Thank you, sir. Let's see. Brittany Jones, I work out. Oh, we talked about that already. I'm no great with diet. This is Brittany again. I'm not great with diet and having 5 kids. You guys just keep on having those kids, huh? 5 kids. 5 kids. Would you have like 1 child and have quadruplets or something? That's intense. That's intense. I never understood anyone that wants to have that many. Like, Jeez, having like a dog is enough. That's a lot. I do go for the healthy options on food, but we still eat our pizza and carbs. That's the problem. When you have a family, you got to be careful because what you feed them can be very damaging. And pizza and carbs, like that's fucking trash. It's trash. It's trash. It's fake food. It's poison. It's vegetable oils. It's asthma inducing. It's leads people down the road to diabetes, young. That's why we're having a lot of issues with kids and diabetes. Like it's bad. Carbs are really fucking it's a dangerous roller coaster. Got to be careful with that. I know, and that stuff can seem cheaper in the short term. And it's easy to just say, "Hey, get me a pizza," and give it to the kids. But you gotta get to bring them into the world. You better make those choices so they don't pay for the rest of their lives. Sonova Cantrell, struggling to stay focused during painful fibromyalgia days. Enjoy your podcast. Very helpful. Well, thank you. I'm sorry to hear that. A lot of nutrition. There's a lot of awesome nutrition info here on the show where I talk a lot about anti-inflammatory dieting. That's very great for autoimmune issues. So check out those podcasts. Everyone can also search on YouTube. You can type in Swolenormous plus whatever keyword. So Swolenormous inflammation, Swolenormous diet, Swolenormous nutrition, and I'll pull up all the episodes that have those keywords in there. Focus on the elimination diet, totally, and then scale will drop. Truth, Vince, absolutely. That's a great way to do it. That's why I'm always talking about the elimination diet. That's what we do in Swolenormous X. That's what we do in my communities, because that's the best way to figure out what's right for you. Not just, eat this way, eat high fat, eat low carb, don't do this, don't eat that. It's literally what you should be doing because you tested it. And that's the best thing that you can do, is take the time to put your effort in to figure out what you need the best. I got my coworkers to think about inches and muscle development instead of their weight. There you go, Chet. It's a start. That's a start. Strength, chasing strength. That's my goal. I'll never be satisfied because you can always be stronger. I'll always be chasing. Yeah, strength goals. Strength goals are meh. I mean, unless you're a power lifter, who cares how strong you are? Who cares? Like, you're not in more shape if you lift 350 than if you lift 340. That's a personal thing. If that keeps you motivated enough, just understand that there's going to be a point where either something snaps and breaks on your body, or your strength just starts to decline anyway, and it's impossible to keep on getting stronger. So it's important to have other goals that are valuable rather than just that when I look into the future, because it's going to start declining. And then what are you going to do? Feel less of a man, feel less, less of a human because you're not strong. Like, we're all going to die and you're going to slowly decline. So just be aware of that with your strength. Got to be careful. But everyone's different. Some people like to chase numbers. But some people are also blinded by chasing numbers inappropriately, like with the PRs and shit like that in CrossFit. Like, especially when you're not getting the results that you want. Jose, I do not focus on the weight or looks. I focus on each and every workout. The rest will come with time. I'm in it for life. It will come with time. It's also good to have goals. 3 boys and then the twin girls. So those were the mistake, huh? Yeah, 3 boys, and then oops, just wanted one more. Oopsies. Well, that's great. Well, I hope they're all healthy, and I hope you have it sounds like you have a healthy family. But yeah, you are the head of your family. If you're a mother, you're a father, you are in charge. What you provide, the family will eat. What you give them, how you educate them, is what they will. That's what they're going to understand when they're in this life. So don't underestimate the power you have to educate your children on nutrition, because no one else is going to do it for you. You want the school system to educate your children on nutrition? Holy shit. If I have a kid, they are not going into the public school system. They are not going into any of these. I will educate the child myself. Absolutely. I am not putting someone into this system. What a fucking broken mess. What a broken mess. Anyone teaching my child the food pyramid and what they serve kids at schools, it's fucking disgusting. So the world is different. School is not necessary. Time to live life like a fucking rogue and survive and learn. Kid will know how to do taxes when they're 6, and they'll learn more than people graduating from fucking college, right? Mike Stuttle, my blood sugar is perfect now. Just following your advice as best I can. Insulin has gone way down, only taking 2 to 3 units instead of 33 units. Holy shit, bro. You've made so much progress since you joined. Good for you, Mike. 2 to 3 units instead of 33 units. Fam, if you really lock down your diet, you can reverse some of these illnesses for sure. You could fix your body as best you can, at least. Mike Menig, I know it's a little off topic, but do you go by macro percentage for protein? No. No, I do not think macro counting is necessary for anyone. If you're eating the right shit, you don't have to count shit. I think diets should be higher in fat in general. And of course, no refined carbohydrates, but there should be no insulin spikes. There should be no insulin roller coasters. If you're consuming carbohydrates, it's around your training or your workouts. But a higher fat or a fat adapted style of eating, whether it's ketosis or high fat, is generally more appropriate and healthier for the body in preventing these diseases. Skin quality, nails, hair, eyesight, like all these things will benefit from a higher fat diet. I have a lot of people from like my ads and from my pictures. Oh man, what do you do for your skin? I have people messaging me all the time about what I put on my body. Like, I don't know. I eat a lot of fat, like a ton of fat. A lot of fat. And that helps. Jay Dela Cruz, what do you think about flexible diet? I don't know what that is. I don't know what these little phrases are. Reverse diet, inverse diet, super diet, flexible diet. Like, what does that mean? So when you use these terms, you have to define them, because what I might think in my head as a flexible diet, because there's a lot of different exercises that have the same exercise has 15 different names. So what you think a flexible diet is might not be what I think a flexible diet is. I don't know what the fuck that means. A cheat meal once a week? I mean, everyone's making up a phrase every other Sunday on Instagram. There's like a new diet. There's a new style of eating. There's a new product and shit. So, I mean, there's so many things. I'm just scrolling through like and answering questions on Facebook and Instagram, like my DMs for people that want to lose weight. And I get so many of them saying, oh, I'm taking this, I'm eating this. Well, what do you think of this? And I respond, I have no fucking idea what that is. I have no fucking idea what some of these things are, these supplements. And I appreciate those of you that think like I'm aware of everything in the industry. I know. You might think it's super popular, but you'll mention it. I'm like, I've never heard that in my life. Like a certain workout, training style. I'm like, what the heck is that? And I don't even know what that is. Go back to the first paragraph. I don't know what you just said. Or some protein supplement or something. I'm like, I have fucking no idea. I've never heard of that. And then I do look it up and I'm like, oh, that's disgusting. Or wow, you're wasting your time. But this is education and experience. And then of course, my opinion. So if something is working for you and you believe in it 100%, then do it. I mean, if it's working for you and you think it's working and all signs point to it's working, then maybe it's actually working. When I say eat a high fat diet, does that mean a lower fat diet and a vegan doesn't, will make someone die and they can't live and build muscle? They can't be a vegan bodybuilder. No, you can do whatever the fuck you want, what works for you, if it actually does work. But my point for all that content too is that a lot of what you claim, or a lot of what people, carry around and put on billboards as being gospel for science, a lot of times it's built on absolutely nothing of the sort. And we think it is because it just got lost in the shuffle. So most of what you think is based on actual research is not based on anything conclusive. And we have been misled to think in many cases that it is conclusive when it's not the case. So just be careful. What do you eat when you're bored? I don't eat when I'm bored. I eat when I'm hungry and I stop when I'm full. I don't eat. If you're bored and you're eating, then you're not eating enough fat. You're not eating well enough. That's a whole nervous issue. If you're bored and you're looking for food, you need to get a hobby so you ain't bored. I eat babies when I'm bored. I like that. I eat babies. So I haven't seen any other comments pop up about the flexible diet, so we'll stop at that question. And it looks like we're kind of winding down. So fam, good questions. And I know sometimes the connection on Facebook and Instagram might, if you answered and you responded and I haven't seen it yet, it just happens. I mean, you got a lot of things going on through the network at one time. So if it doesn't pop up, that's fine. You could always message me and I'll get to it whenever I can. So this is episode 634. some big things coming tonight in Swolenormous X. Swolenormous X is my private fitness platform with all my programs and workshops and live yoga classes every week. Tons of stuff, new workouts every week, new yoga classes every week, new fitness and nutrition workshops every week. And a lot of you are already in this community. So those that are in Swolenormous X, fire community, amazing forums. And what I like about it is that I've done one-on-one phone calls with every new member that comes in. So I get to know everyone really well and help everyone get directed onto their goals like efficiently. It's all about building the right foundation. So if you're watching and you are not plugged in, if you're watching and you love this information and you are struggling with getting yourself set up on a program, you're struggling getting going. Thanks, Jay. I appreciate it. Swolenormous X is the best. Thanks, bro. Yeah, if you're in Swolenormous X, drop a couple comments below. Let everyone know how awesome it is. I really do think it's awesome. I mean, it's my pride and joy. It's all whatever I'm doing that you don't see me doing, it's putting out content for X. So the virtual training, so you can literally train with me my entire 90-day dash program. And of course, the weekly yoga classes that add into the program, the weekly workouts that add into the program, the instructional videos, so you learn and you know how to do every single exercise, the workshops, all this stuff. Nutrition workshops, Mark Duff, the elimination diet. I have a complete elimination diet workshop in Swolenormous X. So thanks, Castro. 1 weekend and totally worth it. It's amazing because it's specifically designed for the user. It's specifically designed for the members. And those of you that are dropping some positivity, I appreciate it. And I love how that community, and it's all integrated, right? Like this content is amazing value. You know, what we talk about on the podcast and the Q&As and the topics, it's completely applicable. And it doesn't go away. It's not like you go into Swolenormous X and that's all you do. Like it's one big community. It just goes deeper. It's very well organized. It's streaming HD video and it's everything in one spot for the programs, for your nutrition. And it's just growing all the time. And that's what sets this community and that's what sets Swolenormous apart from everything else. And right on the main page, swolenormousx.com, it says, this is not a program. This is Swolenormous X. And that is really the slogan because it's much more than a program. It's ever developing. I'm always adding to it. And there's always things that are coming that take it to the next level, like the virtual training. I'm adding worksheets to the virtual training. I'm going to add some videos to those. Like I'm always progressing and promoting and upgrading the site and the content that's in there, plus the weekly classes. So if you need to get started, you can still beat around the bush and pussyfoot and, oh, I'll make it to the gym tomorrow. Oh, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll get started tomorrow. Or you fucking take action and you do something. And maybe you're one of those people that's watching that were like getting great content. Like, oh, shoot, I should lose weight. Or, oh, picking a random number doesn't work. Oh, man, what should I do to lose weight? If you're watching this or listening to this and you're struggling with weight loss and you're going to send me a message and ask me, well, how can I fix this? I can help you. Like, why not plug in? Why not give it a try? Why not try something different? Why not try something that has been proven to work? And I don't lie to anyone. It's going to be hard work. You're going to have to put some fucking time in. You're going to have to do the work. You're going to have to work out yourself. It's the closest thing to one-on-one training as you'll ever get because the videos have me training you. And the virtual trainer, I'm training you. Like you train with me. It's just it's a great community too. And it's really about the people. So thank you everyone that's watching and those of you that are members of Swolenormous X and those of you that are not members. Thank you as well for being here and watching, listening. So if you want access to Swolenormous X, it's still on special offer. So check it out, swolenormousx.com. And of course, if you're watching live, the link is in my bio on Instagram. And it's also in the post description here on Facebook. So if you have any questions, there's live chat on the webpage. So you can literally in the bottom right-hand corner, you can click and send me a message. And you could also just hit me up here on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Snapchat. Send me a message. All right. I'm everywhere. How quickly I'll get to it as soon as I can. Instagram and Facebook are usually the best ways to hit me up and also sending emails. The live chat is great too. So just send me a message, hit me up, but hook in, plug into the community, swolenormousx.com. This isn't Sesame Street. Stop picking random fucking numbers. It's not about the numbers. It's about what you're doing, what you're executing, what you're doing on the daily. So let's make it happen. Today's Tuesday, still the beginning of your week. It's always the beginning of your week. It's always the beginning of your year. Let's get started. Let's get started the right way. Let's set better goals. Let's have better vision, and let's have better direction for 2018 because we're still just getting started. So thanks for joining. Peace, McGee's fam. Deuce Magoose. Episode 634 is completo. I'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place for 6:35. Peace, McGee's. Deuce Magoose. Papa Swolio. Out.